Hello. Okay. Um, do I have the okay. Can see the live session. Okay. I guess I have to speak louder from my mic to pick up voice. It's cool. Okay. So after a few days of working on a two-dimensional platformer, now I'm going to go inside a small journey with making a small chess game. I don't know how far I'm gonna go, and yeah, but I think I have like 5 days, so I will see what I can do with the 5 days. So the first thing I need to check Raylib Big. Okay, Zig. So I have created the so as you can see the Git is set up for this project. You can follow the details of everything happening like after each session inside the GitHub page if you want to follow. And if you want to know when I'm live, you can always go to the description. There is a Discord channel. You can join in there, and you can always know when I am live. I will post it there for going live. I mean, I will try to be as do it as soon as I decide, like a bit sooner, so that you can plan. But yeah, for me, things are not as accurate, the dates. Maybe I can plan the stream better for next days and stuff, but um, yeah, we will see. Okay, let's go on with the project. We want to make a chess game. I have already downloaded some assets. There are two sets of assets that I have here. There is one that is from a common page of Wikipedia. Again, you can see the link in the description. There are two links there. The first one is from itch.io. It's 2D chess pieces. They are cool, but I might not use them. I will try to use the standard ones that are inside the common Wikipedia page, um, which are these ones. Um, the ones that are in the itch.io, they also look cute. Maybe we can use them later. I don't know. They also look cute. I might try it. But we will see. Okay. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is to use Zig in it. I'm gonna use the. Okay, let me try with the minimal thing. Null thing. Okay, so it creates us the build Zig. Maybe I don't want to write the code for the build.zig files and stuff, so I'm just gonna ask Zig init to okay. Why it doesn't fill them out? There's the src and stuff. Okay, I will actually try to well, how do you remove in Windows? I think it was it's okay, I can just delete them from here. And then I want to delete this one as well. Okay, click cache, delete them. Okay, try with the normal one. Okay, very cool. So now the first thing that I want to do, I go to the page of this Raylib Zig binding. Oh, I should have put this link also in the description, I forgot. I will update it later. Yeah. But for now, if you want to check it out, I would just put it in the chat. There you go. Okay, so let's go back. For code here. Okay. First, I go to the page. I copy some of the stuff here. So I need this one main.zig. I don't need any of this code, so just paste everything from the web page here. And then there is zig fetch command that we have to use. Here in the terminal. Okay. And then 2 more steps in build.zig. Just after defining exe. We define the Raylib library and then add them in the inner module thing. Okay. So now it should run the build. There should be no error. It's gonna take some time to download all the libraries and stuff and do the compilation. Okay. Let's go back here. It's gonna take some time. My system is not the fastest system, so Gonna take a while. Very cool. We can now run this thing. Take it out. Then just okay. We have now a window. Now we can work with this. Make our game. So first thing, I'm gonna make another file. This that's Zig. I'm gonna make const this is a struct, and here I'm gonna include this import chess. Okay, now I think I'm gonna move all of this Raylib stuff inside the chess thing. Okay, here I'm gonna make a function run and then put all the code here. Okay. First RL is import Raylib, and I don't care about the FPS. I'm gonna leave it be. I can just change the title to chess. Okay. So the color, I will put it black for now, and the text be commented for now. Okay. Here I'm gonna okay. There should be C, which is chess C dot okay. Very cool. Here I will go and draw the chess. I think it's just void. Care about the rest. For now, I'm just gonna put so this should work for now. I just need to add another function in it, which returns error or some pointer to this struct, and then I will put const c. Right. Okay, it should get some allocator here. Here, cd dot men dot allocator. Actually, I have the full code here, and const cd import. Okay, very cool. So for now, we can just test if there is any error. Um, so the allocator, I want to use I want to use GPA general purpose allocator just because the general purpose allocator. Okay, and then here the import the sorry, this is close. Okay, very good. Let's do Zig build again. There's one error. What is self allocator allocator set data allocator that okay, let's do I don't remember how to use this. I have done this in another project. Here, how do I do it here? Okay, I do general purpose allocator, GPA allocator. I pass it the init. Okay, I don't understand. Okay, okay. So I do same thing here, right? Oh no. Okay, this is variable, and then I do a constant allocator, const game, and then I do defer allocator dot destroy. Okay, and then I do game dot run. And remove all of this. Now this should work. It's just the const print. An error. Just no module. Just okay. So this is just the click. Another error. Init. Oh, I mean, I can do game. Oh, it's okay. here I will do C, capital C, because for no reason I just don't feel comfortable using chess as a variable name. Okay, let's now try running it. Okay, there is absolutely no problem. It's just that, okay, let me check if you see the, okay, now you see it. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I can show you the title bar of this thing. And oh, merge, not this one. Okay, you get your method. Tick. Okay, I don't understand how I can make the title bar of this thing appear in OBS. So sorry for that. I mean, there is nothing there. It's just a title bar, the name and stuff, and there is a cross button that I just press to close the window. There is nothing interesting, but yeah, I cannot make it appear there. But you can see there is just a black window here. Now let's go back to the game. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is, well, to load all the, to load the texture and draw it. And unfortunately, I do not know how to do it, so I'm gonna have to. I mean, I did some search before going live, and I did it in other projects, but then still, yeah, I don't see my mouse now for some reason. So what's going on? Let's hope it's gonna get fixed by itself. Okay, so let's first load the texture, I assume. So I'm gonna define texture here, which is exactly Raylib texture 2D. And then here, okay, texture try rl dot load asset. Okay, what's the name? The name is chess pieces. I can change the name to pieces. Oh, Jesus. Okay, this very good. It's loaded. I'm gonna add exactly this one, and then here you have to pass allocator. Okay. Here, instead of the string, I will do exactly. Very good. Oh, okay. So there is a thing here. I cannot defer it because it should finish before using GPA.d. Okay, let's see if there is any error. Okay, very good. There is some error. Okay, load texture has some error because is it because it doesn't find the file, or so it's in assets, there is pieces, the name is pieces.png, pieces.png, assets, okay, then it should be okay. What does the error say? Oh, okay. So I believe I have to load the texture when the window is created. So I'm going to move all of this in. Okay. Going to move all of this in the init function, I guess. I can make this undefined. I can call here setup, and then here I will have a function setup c this it's void, and then move this rl.close window here, or maybe just keep it here in the run. Okay. And then I can move this exactly here just after creating the window. Very good. Okay. So now in my setup, I create these things and load the texture. If you see that texture.id is less than or equal to 0, then I want to have a print. Okay, I'm gonna do this thing, but then go to the beginning, print. Okay, very good. Okay, I have one error. Oh yeah, so this is this can return error, so I have to try here. Very cool. Okay, okay, there is no problem. Let's see if there was any error. Okay, these are all info. We don't care about info. I think no, it's okay. So I have the texture now. Then I have to check here. How do we? Okay, now draw this thing. I need to pass, I think, 2 rectangles. One rectangle is for source destination, like which part of this image should be drawn, and then the second one should be 3, 4, 5, 6. The second one should be for the place that it should be drawn, like the location exactly. So to do that, in the draw function that I have defined here, I will first so I will first try to only draw one object. So I will define a rectangle const r rs and then rl dot, I think it's a rectangle, yes. So this is supposed to be the source. Let me change the name. Source rect const this test rect, again rectangle, and then here I will pass everything to draw texture rectangle, I guess. If this thing exists, I don't think this exists. Why there's a problem? Second, okay, so does this exist? Rectangle, or is it rect? Okay, I don't know why auto-completion doesn't work. It generally doesn't work when there is an error. But I don't see any error. Um, Whatever. Okay, so let's see if there is anything. Okay, there is an error somewhere. Ah, here. This is row texture. What's the function here? Let me check. Row texture pro. Okay. Expected 6 arguments, found 4. Okay, what are the arguments? There's the texture 2D, texture, source rectangle, destination rectangle, origin. Origin is just 0, 0. So I'm gonna go with x 0, y equal to 0. And then rotation is 0. So try that. Okay, let's run it. Okay, we see some queen here on the top left corner of the page of the of the application. So now this is cool. I wish I could know what's the size of this texture. How do I know the size of this texture? I think there should be here, for example, I can put else print texture loaded successfully, and then I will put 2 values. And here I will put, oh yeah, texture.width and height. See if this works. Okay, yes, so the texture loaded successfully, and the size was, where is it now? I saw it here. Okay, here. 360 and 120. So divided by 6, because we have 6 pieces, that should be 60 width for each piece, and 60, yeah, it's 60 by 60, the size for each individual piece. So we can just make the width and height 60. Okay, very cool. Now, to draw all the pieces, I need to define the board. So for board, I will use U8, or I mean I can just do unsigned int 1 byte. For example, 0 for no piece, 1 for pawn. But maybe it's more readable if I just use an enumerator. So to do that, I will define public const. I will call this piece enum. Okay, since I'm too lazy, or did I write the whole name? Okay, W for white and P for pawn. I think everybody could be happy with this, no? And then the first one, okay, I can do enum U8. Okay, none for nothing. WP for white pawn. WK for knight. Okay. Okay, let's see if this is correct. There is a white pawn, knight, bishop. What is N here? Bishop, rook, queen, king, W, K. Ah, I see. So N for the knight, I guess. And then K for the king. Ah, okay, let's write the whole name. Pawn, knight. How do you write knight? Yeah, it was correct. Okay. Bishop is like this. Rook, queen, and king. Very good. Now here, black pawn, black knight, bishop, rook, queen, king. Very cool. Now we have all the pieces. I think I have to put some number here in front of them to detect them. Or does it do automatic? Does it automatically? No. I don't remember. But I think, yeah, we don't have to do anything here. Okay. And then here I will do, this is a piece, undefined. Okay. Here before that, setup. Yeah, exactly. I wanted to say setup board, and setup board. Okay, see what did you do here. So 0, 0 is black rook. So since our origin is top left, origin is top left, origin is top left, so bottom right is 7, 7, and top right is 0, 7. Very good. Okay, so black rook, black knight, black bishop, queen, king, bishop, knight, rook. Very good. And then pawns on 7th rank, which is basically 1 here. And then maybe I should try like separate drawing and the board from each other. That way we can have 0, 0 for white. I mean, even if I do that, does it help in any sense? Like, it's just to avoid confusion for myself, I guess. I can try to do that, like try to keep 0, 0 as a white rook thing. And then, well, it's okay for now. Let's see. If I see there are problems, I will try to change. I don't know. Well, it's okay. Let's just get used to this. Okay, it's good. So the 7th one, the last one, the bottom row, and then yeah, the 6th row would be white pawns. Very good. Very, very good. Plus cool. Okay, so we put const size square size equal to 60. Okay, I think I'm gonna move the logic for drawing the board separate from the whole, because we might want to add the clock stuff, like some other interesting stuff for our windows so that it looks better. For that reason, I want to add these things to here in chess. I will add the size, square size, piece size. It's F32 and it's equal to, and then square size, we might increase the square size a bit more, give some more space to each square later, but for now I'm gonna keep it 60 again. Maybe add this later. I will comment it for now. Let's just draw it without anything, and then we can add more details later. So we have a piece size 60. Very cool. I can actually make this a constant. Okay. I usually write constants like this. Oh, very good. Here 0. Okay, and then here for okay, for 0, 1, 2 until 5. So our board has C dot board I. Okay, I need to do another one of this for 0 to okay, this is 6. J, and then not empty, it's none. Well, empty is a better word, but okay. It should set up board should be cool. I'm just gonna move it at the end because it's taking a lot of space. So here, I guess. Okay. Very good. Now I want to draw the textures. Okay, very good. So the draw function will be probably also big. I want to move this also to the end because I don't want, I'm not going to be working with them anymore. So, okay. So here I will call the function drawBoard. And then to this drawBoard, I'm going to pass a position. So for example, for now I'm going to pass them 0 and 0. Later we can change this, of course. And then this draw could change, but drawBoard is going to be the same. So drawBoard be this. So there is the start X F32 and end X. Right, start Y F32. It's void Okay, very cool. Now we remove all the logic for drawing the pieces and stuff inside this function. Hi, how are you doing, Buncher Blue? Welcome back. Can you increase the font size? Oh yeah, sure. Thank you for saying. So how do we increase the font size? And sorry if I saw the message a bit late. I was not paying attention to the chat. I don't remember how do we do it in Z. In Z. I think it's in setting, right? There is the key map and then there is a settings file. Settings, there's a terminal. Oh yeah, UI font size. Is there editor font size? I guess UI font size, buffer font size. I don't exactly know what's the difference between any of them. I'm gonna change one. Let's see what's the... Okay, 20. Let's see what's the difference. Okay, that's... Oh, okay. UI changes the font for anything but editor. So for editor... Oh yeah, okay, that works. Okay, so I'm gonna have to ask you if it's cool and okay now. Is it better, or do you want me to increase it more? Like people who might see this, can you please just say if this is okay? I assume that's okay. Nobody is answering, but just give me a second. I have to answer one message here. Okay, so since nobody answered, I guess this is okay. Yeah, so I can increase the font if it's still small. Just let me know. Okay, let's go back to the code. Very cool. Now we have start X and Y. Now, how do we do this? So I have to go through, I have to have two loops for 0 to 8. I don't even know if this works in Zig. I'm doing what the AI suggested. I hope this part works. I mean, this thing. I guess it's okay. No. And then I will go for 0 to 8 J. And then now we have to do exactly this thing here. Okay, very good. So first, let me check the image. Can we make this? Okay, so no, it's really random. I thought maybe it's in order, like pawn, knight, bishop, rook, then queen and king, but it's not. So um, do this means that Zig is not needed anymore. I'm gonna close it. Oh, by the way, let me just update the code in Zig. Looks nice, yeah. Do you normally work without music? Yes. I mean, I can put music, but I actually don't know what to put because of the copyright stuff. Like, I would have to open. I don't have an account in what's the application called? I don't remember. But I can create a free account in some of the music apps and just play some of the free musics. I don't know if it works. I have absolutely no idea how this thing works. But yeah, generally I don't put fonts instead of images. Images. Oh, okay. Well, it depends. I'm just trying to use the Raylib. I'm trying to get used to it because I don't know. I want to learn how to use this library a bit more. That's the only reason. I mean, we can also do it with the fonts. We don't have to do the graphic stuff. The logic is the most important part, I guess. So the Raylib seems cool. Yeah, I want to learn 3D too. Oh yeah, you can do a lot of things with Raylib. I haven't done 3D with Raylib yet. Maybe in future, there might be an opportunity to do a small project, 3D Raylib. We'll see. Okay, let's go back here. So the first thing is that I have to see what is the type. So switch C dot port I and then J, and then ooh, okay. Okay, for each one of them I have to write a function. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. Okay, I mean there is AI, why not use it? Just that. So there's nothing case. And then the last one is none. So that's it. Ooh, I have to have two draw functions. One for all the pieces and one um for the small squares where we put the pieces over them. Okay, sorry, my bird was doing something. I had to check. Okay, so waiting for that day. Yeah, hopefully soon enough we can try something for 3D in Raylib. Okay, but maybe we can add a if I get to be if I'm too fast, if I'm fast enough to write the whole logic for the chess game in just 1 or 2 days, um, we can try to add a three-dimensional view, just for having a simple project doing 3D simple stuff. Because the logic is going to be the same, it's just the graphics that is going to be changed. And it would be a good opportunity to learn 3D, um, 3D, very simple 3D stuff in Raylib. Maybe we can get there. Let's see. So empty actually exists here. I have to remove it because okay, we have none. We don't have empty. We have the white pawn. We have the knight, king, queen, rook, bishop. Black pawn, king, queen, rook, bishop, knight. Okay, everything is here. Very good. Now in each one of them, there should be a draw call. And this source rectangle depends on what is the type of this. What is the type of this piece that we are drawing? But the destination rectangle doesn't depend on it. So let's see. Okay, I can define this as variable. I mean, and then move this on top, source rectangle, and in each one of them I can change x and y, basically, depending on what kind of a thing we have. No, but in none, in the case that this is none, we shouldn't draw anything. Unreachable. I can put here if C port non-continue. Very good. That could solve everything. So if in the beginning we just check, if the board is none, we just don't draw any piece. And we pass it. If not, we do all the rest. And here I put unreachable. In rectangle, we define it here. And then we draw it like that. Okay. So now destination rectangle should be it's the I have to do, I think these are floats, right? X should be, so rectangle. How is the rectangle defined in Raylib? I wish I could have the auto completion. Let me go check with the Raylib cheat sheet here. Type module. Oh, where do you put the? Let me search for it. Angle. rectangle row. There's a lot of rectangles here. Rectangle for components. I assume it is okay. We're gonna get the error, and then with the error we will find out if it's integer or float. So this is basically start x plus as f32 float from int correct. Okay. And this is multiplied by I and j. We make them as f32, and then here I defined piece size to be f32. So say piece size multiplied by piece after the casting multiplied by piece size. Do the same here. Okay, very good. So that should be destination, and this should be also piece size. Here exactly. Okay, so if it's a white pawn, source angle, it's not 0, 0, it's the last piece, right? So pieces, yeah, the pawns are the last pieces. So that would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be 5 times this size. 5 times. So king is, it was 1, I think. They were the second pieces. Yes. Queen is 0. So for queen, we don't have to change these things. For rook, I don't remember. That they're second too. Okay. I mean third, but 2. And then bishop is okay. Okay. The bishop was 3, I believe, and this was 4. Let's see. No. Knights were 3 and bishops were 4. Knights were 3 and bishops were 4. And then here, pawn is 5, king is 1, queen is Queen was 0, right? So we don't need anything. Rook were 2, bishop 4, knight 3. Okay, 3 4 2 1 5. 3 4 2 1 5, and the queens are 0. Very cool. Now that should do it. It's just that I need to make the board a bit bigger so that we could see everything. The size of the screen. Screen width is size times 8 for now. Yeah, let's try exact size for now. You can change it later. Okay, let's do the build. See if there is any error. Error union is ignored instead of word. I have error. Do I do try here? No. Why there is error union? Pro board. Setup board. Oh, what do I do? Setup board. There is no error here. I think it's supposed to work. Okay. So I think these are all white pawns, and knight and king are white, and the other pieces are black. I guess I forgot to set the Y for each one of them. Oh no, okay, I did something wrong here. So X is correct, but Y shouldn't be this. Y should be, so for white, Y is, what is Y for white? Y for white is 1 times, okay, that's 1. And I don't have to multiply this when it's 1. Okay, so for Y, I made a mistake. This calculation is for only X. And for black, okay, for black stuff, Y, for black pieces, here is like it's 0, so Y should be 0, right? Let's try this. Quick build. Okay. So all the pieces are correct except for white queen and black pawns. So let's go first. Black pawns, okay. and set the Y for black pawns. And for white queen, I have to set Y for white queen. Okay, that's cool. So we have the pieces drawn. It's just that we need some background so that we can see everything. So how do we do that? We can do loop here, again from 0 to 8. I'm just gonna copy lines. It's exactly the same. And then here I'll draw rectangle. Okay, so draw a rectangle with some solid color, I guess, on the background. But what type of color should I use? I don't know. And then, okay. So, angle. So, first color. If I think the sum we should is sum of I plus j, right? So 0, 0. Oh, also that condition is true, but this one, I guess it's, I don't know. This one works too. Okay. If it's 0, if the remainder of the sum of I and j by 2 is 0, then we have to choose RL dot color R equal to something else. Okay, I will have to set these colors. I don't think I should put them 0, 0. I don't think I should put them white and black. What colors do they use when they design these things? Should be something that is visible. So start X and Y are correct. And then so for X it's I, right? No. Sorry, I is for the row. The row is, yeah, it's for Y. Very good. Okay, J times piece size is the location, and I times piece size. Very good. The only thing is that I and j are integers. I have to do casting here. F32. float from int. Do the same for this one. Very cool. Okay, now what do we do with the color? Let's try. What do they put for the color, by the way? A big question for me now. Okay, I'm gonna put 230 for now, just for the things to be visible. And then I'm gonna put here 20, I guess. See, how do we see things here? Some error. Okay, it gets integer. That's interesting. So we have to make all of this integer. Or I can just say it's gonna be too big, this line, so I'm gonna do it like const x by 32 as no int from float here const y by 32. Okay, very good. And then here const color w is rl dot exactly const color e rl dot. Okay, this is easier for reading. Just that I used to put 20 here and here 30. Exactly. Okay, let's run this one. Okay, we see some stuff. So I mean, the black part can still be a bit more whiter. So let's try 70. 20. Okay, it looks like very old chessbook diagrams that you see, like if you look at some of the old chess books, if you look at their diagrams, these it looks like that, the whole thing, whole board. Hey, it's cool. It seems okay. I mean, I'm okay. I'm happy with this. I mean, for now. Now we need to make them move. So I have to define mouse behavior here. So for example, if I'm pressing on any square, I click, right click, I mean left click. So I should define two behaviors. There should be grab. Basically, if I grab from one place to another place, and then the other one should um, left click on some piece, and then like left click on some other location. How do we do that? So our thing with robot is finished. It's okay. It's a very long function, but robot is not gonna change. Thing that might change is draw. If we want to add clocks or other things, we will have to do stuff with this draw function. Okay, so let's proceed with the mouse button location. So I haven't done this in Raylib. Search again. Raylib cheat sheet. Again, I can put the link by the way in the. I mean, if anybody is interested in knowing this library is all about. So um, how do we get monitor width, height? I need to get mouse. There should be some kind of a click. Get mouse. Okay, get mouse position. We have a mouse position. Is mouse button pressed? Hint button. Okay. Is mouse button down? So I will try to first do grab behavior. So where should I write this thing? So each time before doing the drawing thing, so when we do the while loop, here we have to do location logic of the game and change these location. And here is the draw thing. Draw. Okay. So here the first thing that I want to do is to call a function for checking check what exactly? Hmm. See the check mouse, I guess. Right? I mean, is there a better name to put for this thing? Check move selection, check selection. Check mouse should be okay, I guess. And then I will put this after draw, because again, the logic of this thing is when once we write it, it's not gonna change. So FN check mouse the it's a void for now. Only thing it does const mouse position, or actually it was proposing something interesting. Mouse position, hit the mouse position. Okay, what does this do? Okay, I don't care about X and Y here. Okay, see. So this thing is okay. How do we deal with this? So I want to know where is the mouse position, and then do and then see where exactly. Okay, if not rl dot is mouse is mouse button down. No, but if I'm grabbing, I have to remember that the piece has to go back in its place. Otherwise, it will move with the mouse and the position will change. Okay, it's a bit complicated. Let's first try without grab. So I have to have selected the piece. So selected piece is it's an array to indices. I put 32, I can just put it at 32 for calculation, but it's easier. I will initialize it with 0 and 0. I can actually put it as null, by the way. Nullable. It's a nullable thing. Could be null when there is nothing defined. Okay. And then I can define it as rl dot vector2. It's a Raylib vector which could be null if there is no piece selected. Very good. Okay. Now here, down. Okay. So is left defined here? So I have to go see the bindings for this. I don't know what they put for mouse buttons here. So if is mouse button down, if it's not down, and is mouse button pressed, again left. Sorry, this is over. If none of this happens, then we can just return, right? We don't have to do any of this calculation if none of this happens. Const hold const pressed if it's not hold and pressed or pressed, you can just return. Else, you can do the calculation. Get me the most position, and then we get x like that, mouse position, but y divided by piece size gives us that y. Okay. Now here I have to do int from float. Int from float. Okay. And then this is x, right? Should be x, and the second one should be y, as far as I remember. Okay. If it's not none, or I can just say if it is none, If it is none, again, return. Okay. Then what is this color? I don't understand what are these things that AI has suggested. I'm gonna remove them. There's something wrong here. Okay, so I have to define something called board position. I'm gonna put the value is equal to 0, and then start x here. I do not need these things anymore because I can just define const start x is c dot board position dot x. Yeah, very good. It's just that whenever I call it, I don't need. Now in here, I have to see if the place of this click okay, so since I'm only doing pressed for now, pressed return. Okay, I'm gonna comment the hold for now. We can deal with hold later. Let's try pressed first. If it's not pressed, return. Otherwise, we will calculate the position that has been pressed, and then we find out. Okay, here there are very important things that we need to do. So the position first is a global position. We have to translate it to the board position. To do that, we have to say mouse position. I'm gonna define pos, which is equal to mouse position, and then is it sub? I don't remember. Is it sub or subtract? Okay, I'm going to try with sub. C dot board position. And then when we do that, we have to again check if just not to forget this thing. Let me fix this. We have to check if position dot x, if it is less than 0, or position dot y is less than 0. position dot x is bigger than 8 times piece size, or position bigger than that. That means that I think I should do bigger than or equal. That means that the mouse is outside of the board and basically ignore it. We do return again. And then we have the piece. Now okay, then we divide it by piece size. We translate that to the board position, like from 0 to 7. And then we get the get to see what is in this location. If it's nothing, if it's none, we return again. Otherwise, we continue. Now that we know that we have pressed some interesting values, okay, I have to do floor, by the way, because okay, interesting. Okay, very good. Now, if that happens, we are not drawing anything. We just do update c dot selected piece is equal to, so that x is piece x and that y is piece y, right? Oh, okay. So here, if, give me a second. So selected piece could be nullable Raylib vector, right? Okay. So if c dot selected piece. So if it's not null, then it will have some value. And the value is some position. I'm gonna put it as value. Else this should be like this. Okay. Basically, if it's not null, then we have to do some stuff here. Move the piece to a new location. And then else, if it's null, then we should set the value to the new location. Okay, here the return shouldn't exactly be returned. It should return some reset thing that makes selected please no. Do the same here with if we don't find anything in the board and we are just clicking it, then it shouldn't return, by the way. So we have to check first. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay, I forgot this. If this is inside here. Okay. Okay, so if piece is none, else can I do this? Okay, I don't care about the other cases. So if it's not none, then there's a selected here. If it's none and we still have a value, we don't care. Do we care if there's... So right now I don't care if there's any piece there or not. I can just say okay, move the piece to the new location. This is from, okay, and then I'm gonna write another function named move, and then I'm gonna give it from, and very good. Okay, and then after that, see that selected piece equal to no. Okay, now I have to write down move function and move piece from to, okay, is equal to from, very good. It's not a position, this thing is RL. This called vector 2 thing is also RL to dot vector. And then here I have to put int from float. Very good. Do the same here as well. Okay, so for now, okay, what does it do here? It just puts the piece from a location from, and then puts the from location none, and then two location becomes piece. And then here we put check mouse. Pressed if the button is pressed, okay. And then if we check if it's pressed. If it's not pressed, return. If it's pressed, mouse position is RL get mouse position. And then we do subtract the board position. We get the position with respect to the board. And then we check if this position is inside the board. Basically, it should be between 0 and whatever position is. And then we have const piece x, piece y. Okay, it seems okay. Let's run this and then see. Okay, there is an error. The no field or member name subtract. So it seems that get mouse position is correct. Okay, so the get mouse position and pressed are okay, and that left is also okay, I guess. Let's see here. Oops, nothing happened. Okay, nothing is happening. So, ooh, something happened. One pawn disappeared for some reason. Ah, I see what's happening. Am I seeing what's going on here? Okay, so the first thing is that I knew that I'm gonna make this mistake. Okay. So, well, or is it me making this mistake? I don't. Okay, I think I didn't understand what was from here. I click this thing and then I move it here. I need things to be printed. See what's happening. So I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna do print. And at the end, I'm going to put in. Let's see. He said, so the row 2, column X. That's not correct. I don't understand what's happening. 2, 4. It's calculating with respect to bottom left. But why is it bottom left? Why is it bottom left? Can I see what is the mouse position? Print mouse position. Okay. Two 248, 252, and then here. Ooh, okay. Okay, I see. So mouse position is from bottom left corner. It's not with respect to the top left corner, which is weird. Right? No. What's going on? Okay, I don't. Okay, mouse position is. Yeah, this is correct. Why am I? Okay, I guess it's getting late. I don't see things clearly. Okay, I'm seeing ghost or whatever. Okay, so this is correct. This is 2, 6, and then I click 2, 4. Okay, so this is completely okay. This is okay. The mouse position is okay, and then this thing is okay. Now we want to do move piece. So this was from, okay, X and Y, that's correct. Okay, now we go to the move piece here. What do we have here? Okay, my birds are fighting for some reason. I go just check them. I will come back. Okay, sorry. I'm back and can carry on. Mm, okay. Okay, there was an error with the. I mean, there is a bug. We don't see any piece to move. So we have a. Okay, we from and to are. So let me just print function here, moving piece from suggestion. Check. Okay. Um, it says moving 1 6 to 1 4. Oh no, I was not seeing any ghosts. There was a problem here, no? Let me check again. Okay. Two six is okay. He said 0 6. 0 6 to 0 5. Oh, okay. 0 6 to 0 5. Um, and select it. Any. Selected piece is 1 and 6. Selected piece is no. Moving piece from 1 6 to 1 4. 1 6 to 1 4. Okay, that's okay. So things are okay here. It's that in the move piece here, something is happening here. So X is 1. Right. And Y is okay. 6. Let me go back to my setup. Oh, I see what's happening. So X is, yeah, we have to somehow use YX instead of X and Y. Am I right? One of them should be inverted, I think. I don't exactly understand which. Okay, everything is now correct. But this is weird. I mean, why this is happening, I don't understand. Okay, so things are correct, but then why is it that this Y and X inverted? I don't understand this thing. And my setup row is there's something with the row and column thing that it's completely confusing, and it's very I mean it's really confusing. But anyway, So I guess now things are correct. We don't have to worry about anything. It's just that now we have to write the logic for move P. So, for example, actually we can just add one small stuff here to make this much better. Okay, so I don't need the prints anymore for now. I just want to know what's the number behind prints is okay. Int from enum. Okay, let's see what's the number. So this is 1, 5, 1, king is 6, bishop was 3, knight is 2, rook is 4. And then for the black rook is 10, pawn is 7. So there was pawn is 1, white pawn is 1, white knight is 2, white bishop is 3, white rook is 4, 5 is queen, white queen, and king is, yeah, 6. So 7. Okay, I see. Very good. Now here here if this number is equals to a 2 a. So here const other piece this is 2, this is also 2. 2. Okay, very good. Now, if piece is this thing const j. Okay, now if I is bigger than 0, if it's less than, okay, white move. For white move, I must be less than piece, right? No, this is 2 piece. Okay, this should be from piece. From piece. Very good. Two piece. Okay, very good. If 2 piece, let's try. So white move would be F, which is the from piece. It has to be less than 7. Happening. Less than 7. And then and t is either equal to 0 or t is equal to t is bigger than 6. So if white is supposed to move, the from piece should be between 0 and like it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, one of these numbers. And t should be between, it's either 0, like there's nothing there, there is no piece there, or t has to be bigger than 6. Const b move, black move, So for black move, T has to be bigger than 6, and F must be T has to be bigger than 6, and F either 0. F cannot be 0, sorry. So this is F. For black move, F has to be bigger than 6, and T has to be either 6, 0, or less than 7, which is the same this thing. So because if T is equal to 0, it's less than 7, we can remove the other part. So it's either have to be less than 7, or F has to be bigger than 6, or F must be less than 7, and T has to be either 0 or bigger than 6. Okay, this should make same color stuff impossible. And then we just send y, and this should be cool. Is from piece. Sorry, what was? This is 2 piece. 2 piece. Let me put underline for things. Oops. Okay. See, so moves work. Can I? Nope. Cannot take my own pawn, but I can take the enemy's pawn. Okay, very good. Cool. Okay. So I just need to define turn. Turn can be a boolean. and then control what's happening there with turn. I will remove all this print stuff. Okay, interesting. Now let's make turn. Come here and we put turn boolean and it's equal to true. So true is the white move. The turn equal to white move. Okay. Here, so in the condition that we define here for white move, turn and this thing, c dot turn, and then c dot turn and this thing. Sorry. For black to move, it should be false. And in the move piece function, I do c dot turn is equal to not c dot turn. Change the turn. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, first is white. Can I do with white? No. I have to go with black. Can I do with black again? No. I have to go with white. Can I do with white again? No. Okay, very cool. So things are okay now. For turn as well. So for visually making it more interesting and easier to follow, I can add some stuff that it draws a green kind of a green thing around a piece that I've chosen. So for example, the selected piece should have some kind of a green okay, let's make it easier, I guess. How do we do that? In here, in draw board, I said I'm not gonna touch this. Still, I guess, yeah, there is some stuff that I'm gonna add to the board. What is it that I want to add? I want to add here I will put rl dot draw rectangle lines start x. Okay, and then selected x, selected y. 32. This is this. Instead of j and I will put the dot the piece dot y. Is it y or x here? I'm completely lost with this position thing. Dot selected piece dot y. Okay, and this thing is float already, so I don't have to make it int anymore. And then I make everything ints, make them I32. Line, selected x, selected 5 piece, size piece. Okay, and then color, I will put it 0. Okay, let's see if this works. Oh, okay, this draw should happen after drawing all the rectangles. Good here. Let's see how does it look. There is an error. Does not support field act selected. Oh, okay. So, sorry. Selected piece can be null, so I have to do selected c dot selected piece, and then I will put cell selected piece. Okay, let's try this. What? Okay. So again, this is y, and this is every time I have to check this thing because this is crazy. Okay. Okay, there is some kind of a green thing. I guess I can do a thicker line, I guess. I could it would be better if I could choose the thickness of this line, but yeah, but I think it's okay for now. I'm just gonna update the GitHub page. So loading dashboard and implementing term. Okay, I do the commit and push to origin. Very good. Oh, I will add some explanations here as well. Here is the link for assets, and then yeah, I will update this from my YouTube description, but that should be it for now. I will update this, and then I will update the GitHub page as well. So you should be able to see all the code in the GitHub page. For now, I think for tonight that should be okay for me. I'm gonna have to go. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you haven't done already. It would help us a lot. Hope to see you again. Have a good day or night wherever you are. See you again. Bye bye.